Hello and welcome to another episode of Tracking the Grid, where we talk about all things Rangers, including the actors that play them. My name is Brandon.
I am Lena.
I'm Will.
And you came in right on time. Hey, Will. So a lot of things happened at this lovely place called Toy Fair, Hasbro Toy Fair, and one of the main things that was very, 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 very just exciting, and I apologize if you hear airplanes going by. So yeah, but we got a little bit of comic stuff. We got some brand new comics. We got some really cool stuff. One of the things that popped up on our feed here is Kimberly, aka the Ranger Slayer, is getting her own comic.
What?
She's getting her own comic.
I did not know this.
Yes, indeedy. And that is about to be lit in this little sweet little nuggie here. Let me see. Where are we? There we go. All right. So, she's going to be getting a one-shot issue of Power Rangers Ranger Slayer, and it is going to be written by obviously the man of the comics, Ryan Parrott, and also drawn by a fan favorite, Dan Mora. So we're going to be getting the dynamic duo back in charge doing our comics just like we want. So this is going to be epic. Oh my God, I sound like Brody. But this is going to be amazing. So what do you think? Before I ask, what do you think? The summary is going to be the Ranger Slayer, aka Kimberly Hart, the pink Mighty Morphin Power Ranger from the alternate universe, once ruled by Lord Dragon, returns home and nothing is like she expected. In a world that only knows her as a villain, can Kimberly show her universe that she's become a hero, and is it even the right thing to do? Confronted by an old foe returning in a terrifying new form, and her home is in chaos, Kimberly will make a stunning choice that no Power Rangers fan can miss. What do you think about that?
Wow. That's actually a really good like summary. So she returns home to like I guess her timeline with the whole chaos going down. Pardon me, Will?
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if whatever timeline she was from originally before Draken became Draken. Like, since he is dead-ish, like, did she just go back to a timeline without him there? But no, because it says that it remembers her as a villain. So I get... Yeah, I wonder...
Right? So that's where it confuses me, because the only timeline I could think of her being a villain would be the Go-Go timeline, where they seen her as a villain, but then she explains herself. But yeah, I'm kind of confuzzled here.
Yeah, and I think more than likely, this is just my thoughts, but I think that more than likely she's going to come back, and I think also we're going to get another version of Draken, but I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, we have to have Draken. I mean, if we're going to go back to this world of Lord Draken, Draken is going to be there. Like, he just has to be. And plus this, we can't get enough Tommy. I mean, I can, but the comics and the franchise can't get enough of Tommy. So it's they're and plus, unfortunately, I hate to say it like this, but Lord Dragon made such a huge impact in the fandom and in the world of the comics that sooner or later they were going to bring him back. Like, even though Shattered Grid kind of, they made it seem like, he's gone. Like, nah, I mean, he was definitely going to come back at some point.
Do you think that maybe it would be a different timeline of Lord Dragon. Like, you know the Tommy that they saved? The one that the Pink Slayer, Ranger Slayer killed to try to save him? What if he survived and he ends up falling along the same path?
Wait, she didn't, but she didn't kill him though. That's my
point.
Him with an arrow, but that became the Tommy at the beginning of the current Necessary Evil, right?
Yeah, but that's my point though. What if he ends up on the same path? What if some events of his life? Because I know she didn't kill him. That's what I mean, right? I know she injured him severely. But what if with that being said, whatever happened later on, he couldn't live with it anymore, or he decided to have a change of heart. Whatever they could write him to be. What if that is the one that becomes the next Lord Dragon? That's just a thought, Because from what I understood, this one is particularly dead. So if he's dead.
Well, I don't even know if he was even dead though,
He
because
just stayed in that void. He didn't even.
Yeah, he was just. Yeah, I just thought he just disappeared into the void, but I don't think he's dead.
Oh,
I feel like he. This is just me. I don't know, but I feel like when he went into the void, he didn't die, but he was just I don't want to be around you people because
he wants nothing to do with.
I don't want to be around you, so I'm just gonna go into this void of non-existence. But I don't think he's dead. He was oh, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to kill myself. But he's just I don't.
Oh, okay. I understood.
I'm just going to disappear. Yeah.
I totally had a random thought, and I'm just going to say it. Do you remember in the 2017 movie when Rita Repulsa was slapped into space?
Yeah.
What if she falls into the same void as Lord Dragon did?
You know what though?
The multiverse, that'd be dope. And
so dope.
And Ryan did the little sequel.
Yeah, the Aftershock.
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine?
That would be kind of cool to see the movie Rangers in this world.
Right? Wouldn't that be so cool? Just a thought.
Do you think he has the rights to do that, Boom and all that, since it's not being used?
I mean.
That would be cool if they. You just got a whole different thought in my head. If they continued that just in comic book form, that'd be awesome.
Because think about it, there is a comic Aftershock. I'm not sure if you read it, but 2017 movie did have a comic. It was a one-time comic, and I think it was Aftershockers. Okay, it wasn't called Aftershock. I can't remember what the title was, but basically, was it Aftershock? Okay, so what if they take that? Well, who was that written by? Is that by the same guy that we normally see? Guys, we're onto something. Just saying.
I miss those characters so much.
I literally I don't know why, but the moment you said that he fell into a void, I was like, yo, what if he met up with Rita Repulsa, who got slapped into space?
That would be freaking hilarious. And then you can bring back all bring a comic version of all the Rangers from 2017. That would be so cute.
How cool would that be? Oh my god.
Would be everything.
I'm wondering if this Kimberly, which she's coming back from, is she coming back from the Beyond the Grid mission, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking too, right?
Probably.
But then what happens to Broken Skull? Weren't they there too?
Well, Skull died.
Oh, don't worry that.
Maybe they were when everything was reset. I'm pretty sure probably everybody who was killed was probably brought back to life.
Oh, it's kind of like Marvel.
Yeah,
this is they did that for Crisis on Infinite Earths for the DC CW shows. A bunch of people came back from the dead.
Yeah, except for Laurel.
That's some BS.
That was some straight bullshit. I'm clearly they could have brought back Laurel from the Arrow universe. How dare you? They kept Laurel from Earth 2. I'm really? I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I like Laurel from Earth 2. I love her. Like she's like everything to me. But I was in love with the Laurel from the Arrow universe. I was in love with her
As
just
was
from watching.
I.
I'm
That's my baby.
triggered. I hate you for that. But moving right along. So then another comic was also brought to the forefront. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 51. Now the summary of this one is spoiler has returned, and the ripple effects send shockwaves through every Power Ranger. Now, the fragile alliance between the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Omega Rangers may be permanently ... shattered.
So that's obvious that it's Lord Draken there.
Yes, it is totally obvious that it's Lord Draken.
I was just gonna say that was like the worst summary ever. Like I like the like. Can we go back to the first one that you gave us? That was a lot better.
But I love the fact that it goes spoiler has returned. It was like, duh, who else would return? Like
right?
That would like draw a wedge. Who else would return?
Well, that's what I mean, right? It was just kind of dumb. Like, let's go back to the first one. Let's go back to Ranger Slayer. Like, I like that summary way better.
Oh yeah, it definitely sounds more interesting. Definitely. But even with the comic that's out right now, the one that just came out, just with like the Omega Rangers, kind of Jason and Tommy beefing with each other. That was like, what? Tommy being in his feelings? Tommy has feelings for a change? Oh my god. Like, it was just like so refreshing. So I'm actually really excited to see how this is going to pan out. I mean, like in the comics as of right now, in the MMPR comics, these Rangers don't really know. Like Kimberly, Billy, and other Tommy, and Aisha, Rocky, and Adam, they don't know about Lord Draken. The only ones who do know, from my understanding, is Jason, Zach, and Trini, because they got their memories back from after the Shattered Grid stuff happened.
Oh.
So it's going to be really... What happened?
I didn't know that was the case. I thought that everybody remembered.
No,
but like,
no.
not like everything, but like certain aspects of it. Because I could have sworn that they talked about it in one of the first issues of Go-Go. At least the original 6.
In Go-Go?
Yeah, I could have sworn I read like they talked about alternate timeline. In fact, like they mentioned an alternate timeline in the Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers crossover.
But they actually talk about Lord Draken though, because I could have sworn they didn't know. They don't remember Lord Draken.
Yeah, like
the only ones who know about Lord Draken is Jason, Zach, and Trini. I thought
there's certain aspects that they remembered from what happened, but there were also because they actually met Lord Draken, right? Like
no. Who when? Yeah, cause I'm like, I don't remember them beating Lord Draken.
Like like in the first couple of issues, maybe even the first issue of Necessary Evil for Go-Go, I could have sworn I remember them mentioning they remembered Lord Draken, and then when
the only one who remembered Lord Draken was Jason when the emissary dude came and gave him his memories back. But before that, like, he had no idea about what happened.
Maybe I like interpreted it different. Oh wow. Well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, because remember, that was the whole reason of him actually hiding it, because he was like, they were like, well, we can't, we can't go back and tell them what's going on, because that'll mess up the current timeline, and that'll like throw some things off and all that kind of stuff. So I really don't think that all of them know about what happened in the past. I don't think they do, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. But apparently, with Lord Draken coming back, obviously that's gonna change the game here. So I think this is gonna be 51 is gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be good. But let's get into this Wave Collection 5 of Has. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just run through the Rangers. I'm sure you done seen the pictures. I'm sure you done seen them. But I'm just going to run right through them real fast. Because I want to get to one I just want to get to one in particular that is going, that just gagged me. But first of all, Time Force Red, Wesley Collins. He is the best looking one, in my opinion. As far as facial wise, he's the best looking one. And plus, I really like how they did West. They did West to perfection. I'm really proud of them for that. What do you guys think about West?
I like it. I like it. I haven't really seen much of it, to be honest. But from what I could see, I like it.
I was really paying attention to Billy and to Trey. I remember what he looks like, but I'm trying to find like a really good picture of him. I can remember it looks like Jason Fong. For sure.
Yeah, like his definitely is like the most accurate one of the line to me.
Billy looks like he gained weight.
No. The one that looked like they gained weight, we'll get there. But
yes, that looks great. Okay.
Yeah, like he actually looks the most accurate of them all. So I really liked Jason Fawns. Wes's
I wish he had
figure.
his V1 big not machine gun, but big bazooka thing.
Yeah, they didn't include. You're right, they didn't include that. Oh,
somebody will make it.
Right, somebody will 3D do it and create one. But next is the Gold Ranger. But this time, it's not Jason, but it's Trey of Triforia. Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised.
I'm
surprised they didn't give him 3 heads.
That would have been, because they're triplets, so that would have been kind of...
Right? Legit, I'm surprised they didn't give him 3 heads. So I was like, yo.
It's been excessive.
First of all, just the idea of 3 heads with this one figure.
I mean, no offense, but if they're gonna create Trey of Triforia, like, they have to give him 3 heads. Like, you might as well just give it to Jason. You know, like I didn't understand why they would give it to Jason, and they made Trey of Triforia one of the Rangers. And why did they give him a scar? Do you ever recall him having such a big scar across his face?
Yeah, he had that little thing above his eye.
Okay, but that thing was huge in the on the toy.
Yeah, like this toy on the toy, it takes up half his face.
Right. I'm going.
Yo, that toy looks like Brandon Routh to me.
It does. It does look like Brandon Routh.
Not look like the actor.
Well,
stop it.
Well, what's funny was like when I first saw it, I was so confused. I was like, "Who is this? I don't understand." And then at first I thought it was Jason. And I'm going, "Well, that's a really terrible looking Jason." But then I looked at it again, and I was like, "Wait, I think I know who it is." Then I went, "Well, what happened to the other 2 heads?"
Well, I mean, at least he has a head. The Ranger Slayer does not have one. Right. It's just her. And I was so disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was extremely disappointed. I'm like, this was their opportunity to make up for the Kimberly head that they completely just screwed up and give her an old saucy lesbian haircut and gag me. Like, this was their moment and they didn't take it. And I'm extremely upset by this. Like, I feel some type of way. Like, this was their moment.
Yeah, that is an interesting choice to not give her a head, but then to give Trey a head when he never was helmetless.
And not even just that, but there was 3 of them.
And they never gave Mike a head for the
That's
They did
so
not.
true.
Like,
They did not.
That is an interesting choice. So I think I much rather, like you're right. I agree with I agree with you, Brennan. I think I much rather would have taken Kimberly and with the head versus Trey's head. Like that was such a random head that they give him, and I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. And then the other thing is, it made me wonder why I'd create the Gold Ranger to begin with. Like realistically, he really wasn't around. Like both him and Jason. Like they were there for a few
Right.
episodes. You know what I mean? And then when Jason took over the power, he was barely there. He wasn't like how Tommy was constantly around. You know what I mean? Like to help out at every single battle or what have you. He was constantly busy with like what was girlfriend Emily or like off doing whatever he was doing.
Modeling.
Was right? Like I don't know what he was even doing, but he was hardly around. And so that's why I thought I was really surprised that they decided to even make the Gold Ranger. They could have they could have made any other Ranger but that particular Gold Ranger.
Well, I felt like the Gold Ranger is an iconic Ranger. The fact that Jason, and he's the first Gold Ranger. Jason came back and was the Gold Ranger, and I guess they just wanted to give since Jason got a 2-pack initially with the Red Ranger with the Dragon Shield and the Gold Ranger, they wanted to give Trey a shout out.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I just like yes, it was the first Gold, but technically Jason wasn't even the first Gold Ranger. It was Trey.
Well, Trey, yeah. No, I'm saying like they give Trey, a recognition.
Yeah, I mean, like, really though. Really though.
I thought it was an interesting choice.
If they're gonna give a recognition, like at least give like the Pink Slayer. Sorry, I'm gonna keep calling her the Pink Slayer. The Ranger Slayer a head.
Yeah, that was my only thing. I'm like, they could have just went ahead, repainted Kimberly's face. Because like on the flipping head toy that came
that was so ugly.
Toy fair, I'm not a fan.
My god, that was so ugly.
I like her.
What?
I like the face though. Her face
on that one.
Yeah, the face on that one is perfect. And it also has the lesbian haircut. And well, she didn't have a haircut, but she has a headband. But I mean, at least she has if they could have just went ahead and gave her old saucy, lesbian haircut with that same face, I would have been happy. Like that would have been perfect. But the fact that they just didn't give her nothing, I'm like, okay, whatever. But the one that gagged me the most of them all was Billy, giving me good old the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. I'm like, why does Billy look like a cross up between Rue McClanahan, between Blanche and Sophia? I was like, how dare he?
Oh my god.
Why did they do my boy Billy like that? Like, that was so wrong.
And he had, I know, his cheeks were chubby too. I remember the first time I seen it, my first reaction was, why does he smile like that? Why is his face so, chubby? Not that there's anything wrong with chubby. And...
Oh, no.
And I have to point this out. He has no neck. Like, what happened to his neck?
He doesn't have a neck.
Like, if you look at it closely, it's literally just the shoulder mountaining up to his head. Mountaining. Not even like a neck.
He's straight head and shoulders.
Like,
no.
Like, his flip head, the one where they flip looks a lot better.
It does. It looks
so much better.
I swear. The flip heads, they all look better than the actual, to me.
No, you know what? I agree with you. Now that I'm looking at Kimberly again, it actually looks really good.
Yeah, like the flip heads look so good, but the lightning chins, they look kind of...
I don't know what's wrong with them there. And his glasses? You're right. He's got the Golden Girls like Betty White glasses going on too. Like they're round, they're gold.
Girl,
What?
I'm telling you, he looks like a mix of Sophia and Blanche. He has Blanche's hair and Sophia's face with the glasses.
Oh my god, you're right. It's terrible.
I actually don't have any. I don't dislike Billy's legacy, like his face. I think it looks like him.
No.
It does look like a Golden Girl as well.
Billy
but
did not look like no old white lady. He did not look like
And
that.
his
Don't play him.
glasses did not look like that either.
Look at
Exactly. Don't play him. His rims were not that big. I'm sorry.
and Fliphead one. I actually don't like the way that one looks. I felt like the best Fliphead one was Kimberly from the pictures we saw, but I actually really like the way Billy looks.
And
I'm sorry, but no.
But he has
Billy,
no neck. Billy has no neck. I'm sorry.
Billy on the Lightning Collection looks like Rick Moranis from Little Shop of Horrors.
God.
Like, no.
I was about to say,
no. Little Shop of Horrors.
I literally just saw that movie like earlier this year.
No. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry, no. Billy Lightning Collection face looks crazy. I wonder what David Yost thinks about it. Like what he had to say, because I know Steve Cardenas, he posted on his Instagram and was like, "This does not look like Rocky. This is look like me." And I'm like, "You're right," because your Lightning Collection figure looks like some Dominican who runs a bodega in Queens. So I mean. Clearly, it does not look like you. But I don't know. I mean, so far, I mean, I like Billy's Lightning Collection figure as a whole. I just don't like his face. But the Lightning Collection figure as a whole is pretty awesome. And yeah, so that was it for the Lightning Collection stuff. And while we're on it, the Fliphead toys. From my understanding, the Fliphead toys, they have those shields because it was something about the mechanism for the Flipheads. They had to actually put the shields on there to help out with that. So that's why all the figures actually have shields. So that was interesting.
Wow.
They're big.
They are. 12 inches.
That's what she says.
I knew a joke was coming. I knew it.
Girl makes the joke.
Well, at least it wasn't the gay guy who made the joke. At least it wasn't me.
Oh.
Because I could have totally made that joke, but I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
You're waiting. I could tell. You're waiting.
I mean, every time I would see that it was like the figure, and I would see the inches, I'm just like in my head, dirty thoughts. But I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it on the show. I'm not. I'm going to be mature. And what happens? Lena makes the joke.
Hey, mature. Forget being mature. We're a bunch of adults sitting around talking about Power Rangers. How much more mature can we get than this?
Hey.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. I love it. But you want to talk about maturity? I think that's out of the window.
I mean, come on now. But and toys are
very personable.
Pardon?
They're not.
Looks like just the arms move.
Yeah, I believe just the arms move. You can the only
that's not exciting
because basically, like if you squeeze their legs, that makes them morph. Oh my! If you squeeze my legs, I'm morph. Okay.
Oh,
I've seen that before, right? Like with some of the older toys.
What was that?
I feel like they did that with some of the older toys. You squeeze the legs and
they morph. That's what she says too. I like the sound of those. Where can I find one of those toys?
Oh my god! Okay. Y'all play too much. Oh my god. Y'all play entirely too much.
And it was funny. You're in front of a senior citizen home too.
Right. Oh my god.
Well, you
Oh.
never know what kind of toys they might have in there.
I
Mhm.
mean, come on now.
I mean, you might find something that you can squeeze your leg and no more.
No more.
And if you find those, send them over.
Oh my god. I can't. But oh wow. So yeah, like so aside from the from the morphing toys, um they also came out with a whole of course a whole line of Beast Morphers toys. Um and to be honest, um, is it me or do these toys look extremely Fisher Price? Like, and they are really selling this lion, this Beastex King line with the Lion Zord.
Oh
They are
yeah.
really pushing the hell out of this. I mean, it's like you got a sword, you have the bow, you have the morpher, you have and you even have a sword with the little lion face on it, and they are really pushing this Beastex King, which I mean I understand in a sense because they don't have much merchandise to sell, only because of the fact that Go Busters, its Japanese counterpart, didn't have didn't have a big toy line. So these are all original figures, by the way. These are all original.
Ooh.
But I just find it very interesting that this is the thing that they're like, we are going to push, and we're gonna do as many creative things as possible with this Beastex King Lion thing. Like, it's just so much. I was like, oh my god, like what is happening?
Do you think that these are going to be in the show?
Well, so far, the ones that we've seen in the show is the Beastex bow, the Beastex King power bow or whatever it's called. We've seen that. That's going to be in the show. The Morpher, the Beastex King Morpher is going to be in the show. The Beastex King Megazord is also going to be in the show as well. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to get as many things Beastex King in this show. And to be honest, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of the Beastex King sword. I don't really like it. To me, it just looks very Fisher Pricey. Same thing with the Beastex King Power Bow. Same thing with that. The show model looks pretty cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. But the toy itself, those Nerf guns in the mouth, just completely throws it off for me. It's just like, come on now.
I love that it's actually Nerf.
Yeah, but does it have to be orange?
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, like, does it have to be orange? Like, can they color it silver? Can they give us a little silver? Something, but they got to make it bright ass hazard orange. Like,
and I like how the kid in the photo is wearing like safety glasses.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on.
I'm sorry. Like, are you not shooting the other way, not at yourself?
Hey, just in case it ricochet, we don't want to poke our eyes out, okay?
But these are Nerf guns.
It's soft. Another question, because I fell off a bit throughout season 1 of
What's up?
Beast Morphers. Did they debut the Beast King Morpher?
No. That is going to be introduced in season 2.
And do you have any idea what it's for. It's just for like I guess the battleized form.
I'm guessing that's what it's for. To be honest, I guess that's what it's for. Or either to summon the Beast X King weaponry, maybe? Question
And
mark.
is it and also do you think it's just for Devon? Really?
Devon.
Mhm.
No, I don't think it's just for him. Because on one of the scenes, on the commercial, you do see the Gold Ranger using it. So I think it's for everyone.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
Boy gets to use it.
oh, child, don't get me started.
Mhm.
But maybe I don't know. I don't know. They haven't really said exactly what its uses is for yet. I'm hoping that they actually do a lot more with it instead of just saying, "Hey, this thing is just to summon the Zord," and it's like, come on, you need to make a whole morpher for it. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
yeah, so I mean, I'm hoping that they actually do a lot more with it. I mean, as of right now, I said the same thing about the Cheetah Blaster that he uses in the Megazord, but so far
Mm.
we've only seen him use it in the Megazord, but we've never seen him use it outside of the Megazord, which I think is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe I'm hoping that it has a lot more uses. So yeah, but so far, I mean, those are the most of the Beast Morphers toys that were released. And so during oh yeah, and they also came out with the legendary Dragon Dagger.
Of course they did.
Oh, right.
Now
Why?
that is the winning question, Will. Why? Why?
I don't think. Well, I don't think that should even be a question.
What happened?
I was saying we literally just had the Legacy Dragon Dagger, which was a great, toy
Yes.
and collectible, but then they're going to make a Lightning Collection one. Like we didn't just have a Legacy one.
And I'm sorry, no tea, no shade, but looking at this one, the only thing I like is the packaging. To be honest, the packaging is dope, but the toy itself, it looks a little on the cheap side. It looks a little cheap.
Yeah.
Well, not even just that, but like
I couldn't.
to answer Will's question, you don't need to ask why we made it or they made it. You know why.
Yeah, we
You
know.
know why. So the better question is,
I was gonna add because I couldn't really find a difference in it besides maybe like some color or maybe they use a little bit more metal in the Legacy version. But
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the legacy version is like I think they use like die cast iron and stuff, and like they actually like the legacy version is like legit. It's bomb, like it's freaking awesome. This one you can tell they had to do it with cheaper materials, but it does a lot more. It actually you can actually press the buttons and it actually plays the Dragon Dagger music. And it also like lights up and so when it plays it makes the little lights and stuff, and also too it comes with a remix version, so you could beatbox and chicken head while listening to the Dragon Dagger music. So it's a little bit more interactive. I still say I'm kind of leaning more towards the legacy version. That's just me. But I don't know. Like I'm just not impressed.
We already know how Lena feels about it, so I personally want. Yeah, I personally want the Legacy one. I've been like kind of obviously putting it off because I still don't have one. It came out like 3 years ago.
Well, that thing dirt cheap by now.
Hopefully.
No, I'm pretty sure it is because like I went to Barnes and Nobles like maybe like a couple months ago, and they still had Saba, and Saba was like $10.
What?
I'm so serious. Saba was like $10
because nobody wants Saba.
I too.
Well, boy, you go snatch that up. Oh, clearance too. Shoot.
So I mean, you can probably get the Dragon Dagger for cheap somewhere. Like he's out there somewhere. But yeah. So those are pretty much the toys. Oh yeah, and they're releasing a Mighty Morphin buildable Dino Megazord, which yeah, I mean of course. MMPR, they gotta do it.
How many times have we seen that in the last damn decade?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So there you have it. So those are mainly the highlight toys of Toy Fair, but we got to get to the meat and taters. The highlight that everybody was waiting for, because we, the fans, needed to know if the future of Power Rangers was going to go forward or if it was going to stop. Because rumors were flying around all over the interwebs that, oh my God, Power Rangers is leaving, Power Rangers is canceling, Power Rangers is going away. Newsflash, Power Rangers isn't going anywhere. and season 28 has been revealed. But before we talk about season 28, there was a trailer that there was the actual full trailer that had a specific bunch of Rangers come back for the reunion episode in Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2. Now, in this trailer, it features Austin St. John, the original OG Red Ranger. It features 4 of the main Dino Charge casts.
It's morphin' time! Dino Charger! Ready! Dino Chargers, engage! Energize! Unleash the power!
Yeah.
Yoshi Sudarso, who played Koda, the Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
James Davies, who played Chase the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
Davi Santos, who played Ivan the Gold Ranger.
Yeah.
And Brennan Mejia, who played Tyler the Red Ranger.
Yep.
So, these guys made their epic appearance, and the people were talking. Now, unfortunately, the people were saying some real messed up stuff. I apologize. A helicopter is flying by. They might be looking for someone. Oh my God.
Are they looking for you?
Right. They're looking for me, y'all. They're looking for me. But no, the interwebs, people on the interwebs was being a little mean. A little.
People are always mean.
I was trying to downplay it, but
nah,
they were being
clearing the elephants.
Mean. They were being quite mean about Austin St. John and his stature.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Really?
This isn't the first time that we've heard people say stuff like this, but it's like, that's how he looks. Like,
wait, okay, so can you tell me exactly what was said?
And the thing is, like, Austin St. John has lost a lot of weight. Like, he's not as big as when we first saw him. Like, when he first came back, when he first resurfaced, like, he was a pretty stocky man. And now, like, he's in great shape. Like, I think he looks good, to be honest. Like,
I didn't
he's,
see any issues. He's
yeah, I thought he looked good.
older.
I-
He's older too.
But-
So like
Okay,
Exactly.
but not even just
his
that.
face picks up more weight.
But okay, not even
Yeah.
just that. Like, let's rewind. He's been like going to conventions for the past like what 3 or 4 years now. You're all acting like you've never seen Austin St. John up until this point. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like he's been at conventions. He's been doing stuff. He's been on his like Instagram. He's been on Facebook. He's been on Twitter. Like, he's been like live everywhere. So, with that being said, with him coming back, people are shocked by his appearance.
Well, I mean, you know how people are. I mean, people are just people. Like, they're going to be mean. They're going to be spiteful, just because. I feel. To
I
be
mean,
honest.
did they really think that he was going to lose all that weight and be back to his 17-year-old, whatever it was his age was when he first started Power Rangers weight? Like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, the man is approaching 50, and Austin St. John never had a smoldering hard face. Like, I mean, the man always had a baby face, always.
He does.
So, you know, and plus, what the thing that kind of made me mad, and it still makes me mad to this day, is that they shun away from facial hair, especially when the Rangers are like, when they're supposed to be adults, they still have them clean shaven. They could have just let this man rock a full beard. Like, I mean, he has the perfect face for it. And he rocks a full beard all the time. Let him rock the beard. There's nothing wrong with having him have a nice little, a nice trim, bit of facial hair, and that would have actually would have slimmed out his face a little bit.
Oh, heck yeah.
Just have him a nice little trimmed up facial hair, let him look good, and he would have been fine. But having him shaved, it's like, why are you making this man shave? Like, let him be an adult. He's not a teenager anymore.
Yeah. They did
Like-
that to Tommy too when he came back. 2 seasons ago now?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, we haven't seen these characters in years, and there's a lot of adults that are in their 40s that have facial hair.
Hello. Yes.
And it's not like, well, maybe the fans won't recognize them if they have facial. That's BS. Come on now.
Like, come
Come
on.
on
Like,
now.
Like, it's ridiculous. And I mean, they made him shave. They made Tommy shave for the reunion. Yeah, Dimensions in Danger. And I'm like, Tommy had a whole soul patch going on Dino Thunder. Why would you like? He had facial hair in Dino Thunder. Why would you have him cut it off? Like, you did not have to make him shave. I don't understand this. Like, dude, what are they thinking? It's just, it's so annoying. Like, I honestly felt like Jason could have like looked so good on camera with some facial hair, giving us daddy, like, yes, I'm here, ready to lead the team, something. But y'all dropped the ball. Like, I'm so disappointed. But it looks good. I'm not gonna lie. It does actually look pretty interesting. And the footage that they actually used, just so you guys know, out there, they actually used the movie from in Japan. So there's actually a movie, the Go Busters versus I want to say it's the Go Busters versus Kyoryuger movie. So basically, in that movie, the Go Busters met up with the Kyoryugers, and basically, in that movie, basically the Abba Rangers, which is Dino Thunder, they also make an appearance as well. And it's like 3 Dino teams all come back, basically, to fight, coincidentally, Snide. Snide from Dino Charge. And because he's actually under a different character in the movie. He's actually an evolved form of Zeltrax.
Oh.
And then they also fight an evolved form of Griffozer, who is Goldar. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how Beast Morphers is going to pull it off, but that's how the movie was. And basically, in this movie, the Blue Ranger from Dino Thunder also makes an appearance, but they did not ask Kevin Duhaney to come back.
Do you think that they didn't ask him, or do you think that straight up didn't ask him?
No, they didn't ask him. No, he came out and said, they didn't ask me.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but they did not ask him to come back.
That's interesting. They asked Trey to come back, but they didn't ask Kevin Duhaney to come back.
Yeah.
Duhaney? Sorry.
Yeah, so they totally did not. They missed the chance of having Dino Thunder, at least somebody representing Dino Thunder. They missed that chance altogether. And yeah, it's disappointing.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That was probably like of the 4-3. That was probably the only one that they could have gotten.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the sad part is, I know James Napier is now a director, and Emma Lahana,
doing her thing.
She's doing her thing. So those are the main 3 in that special that came back. So the only other person who they could have, asked, not saying that Kevin Duhaney isn't doing anything, because I'm pretty sure he's, like, handling his business. But, I mean, they could have at least asked him, like, hey, because, I mean, in the movie, in the Japanese version, his character does come back.
Oh.
So they could have asked him, like, hey, you want to come back? You got anything that you're doing right now? You can squeeze us in? But they didn't.
Probably money-wise, too, though, right? Because, like,
I mean, I still say they could have asked him.
They could have asked.
At least, yeah, they at least could have asked.
Oh, no, I agree with that. They could have asked. It would have been nice to see him because Emma came back for, Once a Ranger.
Yeah. So I'm just really disappointed with that.
And then we had Trey came back last year or like last season, so that would have been nice to have him this season.
Mm-hmm. Actually have a damn role this time.
Right.
He had like 2 lines.
Did he even have a line? I don't recall this.
He might have said Tommy. I don't
know. Oh my god.
Rude.
Well, I mean, the episode was revolved around, once again, Tommy.
Well,
so, and then remember...
We didn't get to see his damn kid.
Right?
We did not.
Like, whoever this JJ is, we don't know how old he is. We don't know where he belongs at this point, or what happened to him.
But we do know JJ has a cool bike.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying. We know he has a cool bike. So
yeah, we know that much. I mean, we know his name is JJ. I wonder what JJ stood for. Yeah, I wonder what it stood for. I'm curious now.
That's a good question. Maybe his dad. Maybe Tommy's doctor's dad. I don't know.
Because like Tommy's name was.
No, I guess not. That would be weird.
Because even right, because like think about it, even Catherine's name. It's obviously Kat, and her initials is KH, and obviously Tommy was Tommy Oliver. So I wonder what JJ stood for. And obviously, JJ sounds like a short name to a nickname to a full name.
True. I don't
And
know.
you know, like, and when you think about it, like, what about for the Dino Charge cast? I mean, Dino Thunder cast. None of them had their name. We had what? Kira. We had Trent. We had what was Connor? What was the other name? What was Kevin's?
Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah.
Ethan.
So there's no JJ anywhere. I was just trying to figure out like where he would have gotten it from, right?
Who knows? I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know.
Wait, real quick. What was Jason's brother real name? The one that passed.
David.
I thought maybe it was
What
an Easter egg.
His character and his real name is David.
Pardon?
Yep, David Trueheart.
Yeah. But what was his real name though?
David Frank. Oh no! Oh
David-
no!
David Frank.
Okay. All right.
David Frank.
You're hilarious, David Frank.
Jason David Frank and David Frank. Thanks a lot.
Oh my god.
Oh, that might be why he went by. That might be why he went by just Jason Frank initially.
It's Eric.
Ooh.
You talking about David Frank? It's Eric.
Okay. I'm
weak.
Ah!
I'm weak.
He was on there like a handful of times. I forgot.
Well,
I can't.
the only other thing I could think of, and it could be a really far fetched. It could be his mom's name. His mom recently passed away. Her name was Janice.
Ooh, maybe.
It starts with a J too, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. You know how I just like to dissect these things and see. Could it be an Easter egg, or was it just literally a random like, oh, JJ sounds quick and fun. Let's just use JJ.
That's probably what it was.
You know,
because Power Rangers isn't that creative to come up with anything like that. Just saying.
True.
But the last big nugget of news that came out was Ryu Soldier, the new series for Power Rangers.
Boom, boom, boom.
Now, real quick, thoughts.
Is that the Rangers that are currently on right now?
Yes.
No.
I remember.
No, in Japan, yes.
Yeah, in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, they're still airing. Actually, today
Oh,
is their
still
last
airing.
episode. Yes, today is their last episode.
I don't know how I feel about that because okay, maybe Brendan, you know this. How do they normally pick like their next season? Or is it just based on popularity, or is it just based on like ratings, or like how do they decide on their next season?
Random, right?
As of lately, well, originally, because the show was airing, oh gosh, what's the word? Because the show was airing, because we were always 1 year behind.
Yeah.
We always just picked the season right after. But when it came on Nickelodeon and we fell behind 2 years, Japan was still coming out with their shows every year.
Yeah.
So then it created a large gap of a whole bunch of seasons that was never used.
Yeah.
So I think as of lately, they've just been using seasons that they think America would like adapted, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Go Busters, I would have never thought that they were going to use Go Busters for Beast Morphers. Never in a million years. I would have never thought that. But shoot, they went back to it. And I mean, kind of in a way, when you kind of look at it, Hasbro does own Transformers. And the Go Busters Zords kind of resemble Transformers a little bit. So it's kind of like a
no-brainer.
I can kind of see that. And plus it was different because they were using leather instead of spandex.
Yeah.
So it was like their flagship for being new and edgy. So it was like, all right, cool. But as far as the show that was going to be used after, I honestly would have thought that it would have been Q Ranger. the season that used like 9 Rangers.
Right?
Yeah.
Those were some pretty suits.
Oh, I just knew they were going to use Q Ranger, and like they were like, nope, we're going to do Ryu Soldier because dinosaurs are dinosaurs, and that's a thing. So, and also too, actually, Lisa J from No Pink Spandex actually interviewed one of the heads of a lady from Hasbro. Let me see here. What's her name? She actually interviewed Mona Huang, I want to say. And she talks to Mona about, who is the manager of global brand development and marketing for Hasbro. She talks to them about one of the questions that she asked is about Ryu Soldier and why they picked it. And of course, she couldn't really go into detail. But she was mainly saying that they were excited because they're going back to the roots, which is dinosaurs and spandex. So, yeah, I think that the main reason why they picked Ryu Soldier was just mainly because it was dinosaurs.
So they're trying to recreate that Mighty Morphin magic all over again.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but I mean,
hey, you know me, clearing elephants.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's
almost kind of sad though.
Yeah,
because like, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but at the same time, it's sort of like, why do we keep holding on to Mighty Morphin? Not that there's anything wrong with Mighty Morphin, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, that was 1993. We're in the year of 2020.
Right.
Like, not only the fact that, like, we've grown up, but the kids that are watching it, they have come to love all seasons. They don't really even have, like, a favorite per se, if that makes sense. You know, like, you know, when we go to conventions, you have kids that, like, love Mighty Morphin, yes. But you also have kids that like newer Rangers, but then you also have kids that like the in-betweens, you know? So it's really, it all just depends on the storyline and what the kids take to. Because I remember, even us, like, when we were growing up, we took to all the storylines and we chose our favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Know?
And that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I can understand from Hasbro's point of view. It's like, you know, oh, we're just trying to, you know, we're just trying to, we want, since this is our first season, you know, we want to try to do something familiar and, you know, and do something that will be, that's not too, yeah, because this is technically going to be their first season that they're going to actually, you know, do themselves without the help of Saban Brands and all of that. Because basically, Saban Brands did have a hand in Beast Morphers,
right?
But this time it's going to be mainly them. So I do understand that they want to, you know, they want to do something familiar just to kind of get the people acclimated to,
which is fair.
To them.
But then
that's understandable.
But you know what? I'm also surprised though too that they didn't try to choose something that's more them, like, you know, like Transformer, like, or like what's another movie they made that they're really known for?
Damn.
Like, or like even like Bumblebee.
G.I. Joe?
Huh? C.I. Joe? Yeah, like exactly, right? Like stuff like that. Like, yeah, it is G.I. Joe. But like, yeah, I'm really surprised that they choose something that was more them per se, because everyone recognized Hasbro. Everyone recognized what they do. Everyone recognized what they can do. And if we're on top of all of that, I feel like their toy sales for like something that's familiar to them, like Transformer, like, or G.I. Joe, would go off the roofs because that's different. Yeah. It's more them, you know? Where I feel like with dinosaurs, like, realistically, dinosaurs are one of those things where it's always around, and kids are, especially like the future generation, like, they're like, dinosaurs, like, what's that? No one cares. I want things that can morph. I want things that can, like, you know, like technology, like, essentially, you know, because that's where we're at.
To be fair, the Ryu Soldier toy line for the Zord, I have to be honest, they're freaking dope. Like,
yeah,
if Hasbro doesn't screw this up, like, doesn't screw up the Zords, I really think the Zords are going to be popping. Like as far as toy wise here in America,
Okay.
like because the Zords are kind of like Legos in a sense. Like they have like Lego pieces on them.
Oh.
So yeah, like you can actually like hook, the different parts of the different Zords onto the, like the Zord all together. So and you can like build them that way, and you can like put them in different places, and
that's what
like,
she says.
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually really do like it. So if they don't manage to screw that up, the Zords are actually pretty dope. I have to give them credit. So, but honestly, and I actually want to ask you guys this with because I'm noticing there's a certain synergy here. Hasbro likes to use that word synergy. There's a certain synergy here. Now, if you notice, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find it very coincidental that the following season is going to be based on dinosaurs. But Beast Morphers season 2 is about to have a whole special involving dinosaurs.
Yeah,
do you think that? Yeah, do you think that they're going to try to weave in Ryu Soldier or the new season some kind of way into? Do you what?
I was gonna say, do you expect them to actually like think ahead like that or plan ahead like that?
I mean,
that'd be something else.
To be honest, I mean they already have the show stuff. Like they already have like access to the show, so they know what's coming. Right. I mean,
but just like featuring it in the previous season, that's thinking in advance, and that's something that we usually don't see. But then again, this is a new company, so
yeah. And I mean, honestly, too, Ryu Soldier came out right around the time that they were still filming the show, so they could have easily looked at it and been like, "Ooh, this looks interesting. Let's go ahead and slide this one on next." And they could have easily done that.
And honestly, if they did do that, that would actually be absolutely effing brilliant. Because I would
really would.
Right? Because I would actually give like people, fans, like who, regardless of what age you are, the more reasons to watch the next season. And then to have Power Morphicon happen this year, I can see them, right? I can see them doing the big reveal at Power Morphicon. You do realize that could bring way more sales to Power Morphicon? Not only just that, but like to the brand themselves, because then Hasbro will obviously insert their toys, insert their pop-up, insert everything at the convention for all of us crazy nerds to go Google Gaga over, right? And if they do this, and I can see Hasbro doing this because obviously for anyone who watches Transformers or G.I. Joe, they usually leave like a bit of that, if you stay tuned, this could possibly happen. It's never really an ending for all their movies because they always leave it kind of open.
Exactly, and that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, and maybe this is wishful thinking, but if they were to go ahead and at least slide one of them, just one. I mean, like, the Red Ranger from Soldier, or just slide him in there. I mean, just have him just like slash his sword, and they be like, where did that slash come from? And then you just see him just standing there in the mist, and then all of a sudden he just disappears. Like, just give me that, and I will gag. Like, I would literally like freaking gag if they were to do something like that to me. Like, are you serious? Like, y'all really gonna do this to me? Like, oh my god! Like, just throw something. Give us some kind of prelude to the following season, and that would be so freaking awesome if they do that. But I mean, who knows? But yeah. So
I was gonna mention something.
Go ahead.
The visual, when we found out about the Sentai, like a year ago, I remember being like, wow, that looks exactly like Dino Charge.
Dino Charge.
Yeah, like the color scheme. I don't know if the Zords are the same exact dinosaurs, but at least the color scheme, and then the fact that there's one girl and she's pink, and then the sixth is gold. So it was like this is Dino Charge Part 2 or whatever the name for the Sentai was. So like,
Well,
I
I will tell you this. I will say this. So I don't know. Well, you may or may not know, but in Japan and in the eastern side of the world, where all the Asians are, there is a huge Kyoryuger made a huge splash. Like, I mean, Kyoryuger did so well that they literally created in Korea, literally created their own show. Like, they created their own thing because it was so popular. And Kyoryuger, it was just like that. It was just so popular over there. So, and Japan redid it. They redubbed it. So basically, Japan got Kyoryuger twice. So I feel like what they did was they created Ryu Soldier in hopes of, getting that dinosaur money from Kyoryuger, because Kyoryuger, it was just, that was like one of the first times that their toy sales skyrocketed. Like, I mean, like the kids just could not get enough of those damn dinosaurs. So it could be that the reason why they wanted to do that same color scheme, same, everything, was to recreate that magic from Kyoryuger. And that's why we got that.
Even the Zords, like seeing the Zords the oh my god, like the people in the suits in the Zords, and then the way that they move, the explosions in the background, that looks exactly like what was it, Kyoryuger, yeah. So that seeing that, it really makes me hope. I know that they probably won't do this, that it is based in the Dino Charge world somehow, just because it's so similar.
Right.
And
right.
the fact that some of the guys from the season came back, I would love to see like if they would do like some cameos if they're interested. But another thing is, I am to bring up something Lena said. I'm actually also surprised that they didn't try and do a more original, either choosing another Sentai to adapt, or if they didn't just go totally original for Hasbro's first
that's a good
season.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
That could happen later.
Yeah, it could happen later. But I mean, as of right now, I mean, it makes sense that they would choose Ryu Soldier. I mean, it's kind of like the obvious choice in a sense. But even then, I still kind of feel like this is their golden moment. This special is their golden ticket. If they really wanted to really promote the new season, it would just make so much sense just to go ahead and give us some kind of something that's going to be used in this next season of Power Rangers. If you're going to do it, really do it. Like, give us something like Zeo. How we had the Zeo crystals pop up in season 3. And then actually have, the Zeo crystals be like their focal point of their new power source in Power Ranger Zeo. Actually do something like that where, in this special, whatever power source it is that runs their team, have the villains be after that, and then, they save it, and then maybe, have an in-suit person come in, because of course they're not going to have the actors already, but have a stunt person in suit pop up and do his little thing and leave. Like, I mean, that would be perfect, or at least give us some kind of mentioning of whatever that power source is for the following season. So that, we already kind of have a hint of, ooh, this is what the new season is going to be about. Something like that, But that's neither here or there. But I just find that very interesting that, that season 28 is literally going to be dinosaurs. And also in the Beast Morphers special, it's going to be nothing but dinosaurs. So it's going to be a Dino 2020. And with that, do you guys have anything else before we conclude this episode?
I want to mention that Boom Studios is actually going to launch a graphic novel, Power Rangers, Sins of the Future, that features obviously Jen Scott and Wes in terms of the relationship. So the synopsis we got was, after defeating the villainous Ransik, alongside with their allies in the time-traveling Time Force, Pink Ranger Jen Scott and Red Ranger Wes Collins wants to try for a real relationship, but without sacrificing, But without sacrificing their commitments to the Silver Guardians and the Time Force. Can these two actually make the ultimate long-distance relationship work? Dude, I'm sorry, but if this shit works out between the two of them, don't settle for less.
Oh, you stupid. But no, for real. Like, that would be the most epic long distance relationship of all time.
Right? I'm just saying, obviously, But then, so then it continues, goes, when Jen returns from the future, she and Wes are attacked by a mysterious stranger who has dire news. If the two stays together, they will disrupt the timeline and change the destiny of humanity. The shocking destiny of their accuser sets them on a collision course with an enemy they'll never expect. And this...
Ransik.
Right? No. I'm sure it's gotta be somebody else. Could it be Trip? No, I'm kidding. Because, Trip's got that whole, reading the future situation.
Right.
But this is set to be in store in October 2020. So it's going to be later on this year. We shall expect to see this. So there's that. And I think there's another release of the comic. I think even Will can go into more details with this. The Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers, crossover, but not crossover.
Yeah,
I'll let you talk more about it since you obviously know more. So take it away.
I finally read the first 3 issues. They're really good. If you're a fan of Ninja Turtles, it feels like Ninja Turtles. And then if you're a fan of the Boom Studios Power Rangers comics, it feels like those too. And it's still in that continuity. I was kind of unsure if I wanted to read it just because I didn't know if it was connected, but even if it wasn't, this is legitimately a good book. But I believe that they gave us a preview for number 4 and 5. And so spoiler alert, Shredder, he does something to the Rangers when they try to morph, so they're not able to morph.
Oh.
So the obviously they're allied with the Ninja Turtles, so they give the Ninja Turtles their morphers, and April O'Neil at some point, and they are able to morph into Power Rangers. So we're at a toy fair. We saw the first previews of the Ninja Turtles morphed into the Power Rangers, and April O'Neil as well is going to be the Pink Ranger. And then the Rangers, since they can't morph, they're going for the ninja aesthetic that the Turtles have. And it's they're not like the Ninjetti Rangers. They're they're in regular clothes and they're makeshift ninjas basically.
They look crazy.
Yeah, work for that aesthetic.
They look crazy.
Yeah,
I
I mean, like
mean,
it does look crazy, but I think it works definitely. I think it would be. I'm looking forward to these last two issues for this arc. It's been really fun.
all right. Well, all right then. Well, I definitely am going to check it out. I mean, I haven't been reading the Ninja Turtles one. I've just been mainly reading just Go-Go and Mighty Morphin. So I'll
Yeah,
definitely check out
it's
the
worth
Ninja
it.
Turtles. I've heard that it's definitely been worth it. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, so if anybody has anything, does anybody else have anything?
No, I'm good.
Nah, I'm
All
good.
right. All right. Well, this has been another fun episode of Tribunal of the Grid. We are definitely going to have some more goodies coming up for you. So definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of fun things. And yeah, thank you so much for following and listening. And by the way, y'all, on our page, we definitely have the Christopher Kamen Lee interview. So if you have not heard it, go and listen to it because it was a lot of fun.
It
And
was.
also too, we have our link on there. So if you want to find us, it's right there. It is linktr.ee/Tribunal of the Grid. And you'll find us there. You can find all of our links, our Twitter, our Facebook, our link to our episodes on SoundCloud and on YouTube. So definitely check it out. And yeah, follow. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Brandon.
I am Lena.
I'm Will.
Yes, we gotta jump in there. And we will definitely talk to you next time. Peace.
Bye.